After 9 hours of gameplay through the wacky universe of High on Life and beating it, I'm ready to share with you the basics of the story and mechanics involved in the game. Stick around to the end to see how it ranks, and if you'd like to see some gameplay, feel free to check out the livestream. If you're a fan of the humor found in Rick and Morty, or the crazy mind of Justin Roiland, you'll probably like this game. High on Life starts out on Earth. The unassuming protagonist living their life at home with their parents and older sister Lizzie. Nothing going on in their life, just spending most of their time playing video games. The parents had recently left for a while on a vacation, and Lizzie is planning a party. But before the party, an alien invasion starts. The protagonist meets a talking gun, Kenny, the Gatlian, who guides them through surviving the attack and teleporting their house to safety in a space city. In the city is an old rundown bounty hunter down on his luck, willing to help the main character get started in the bounty hunting game, so they can hunt down the alien cartel known as G3 who invaded Earth. Apparently, when consumed by smoking or something, humans give a very good high. So the aliens are using them in their nefarious drug trades, hence the invasion. So the hero needs to hunt down members of the G3 cartel in order to save the human race.
Hey, you there! You gotta fix our pipes fast!
Oh yes, please help us.
Absolutely
Oh, yes,
not.
Fix 'em. I gotta take a big duty.
If the constant barrage of F-bombs wasn't enough, most conversations have a very kinky overtone. Not just sexual innuendos either, but some more disgusting humor. These jokes are best exposed to mature audiences.
That's the stuff!
High on Life offers one of the most unique gaming experiences I've ever seen. The tutorial at the start is played out in an old school 8-bit game, followed by choosing the main character's face on a coat-covered mirror, and then meeting a talking gun right after that. From wacky characters to crazy situations, the insanity never ends.
This pit over here, asshole. You think you can survive? Holy shit, well, that's one way of dealing with them. Jesus Christ, who the f are you? I mean, those could have been good guys.
Starting out as a green bounty hunter, certain equipment was needed to take on the G3 cartel. Equipped with a worn-out bounty hunter suit, furnished with its own operating system no less, the only thing left is weapons. The main source of offense in the game would be the Gatlians. Talking guns, each with their own unique style of combat. A basic handgun,
Shoot back! Come on, shoot back! It's gonna be so easy to kill.
a shotgun, an automatic gun, and a grenade launcher, I guess?
Saved us! Being a dad is the best feeling in the world. Then a few seconds.
It was necessary to use every single gun to complete the game. Combat was much easier if the correct gun was used in the right situations. And they also had special attacks, which would be used to solve puzzles or overcome obstacles. The special shots could be used as often as I wanted outside of combat, but they are kind of overpowered, so if I was fighting something, there would be a cooldown if I used it. The cooldown could be bypassed, though, if I shoved a Gatterall down the gun's throat.
That's the stuff.
They were a sort of plant found all over the place, so it was easy to keep a full supply of them. There was a melee attack, too, but not until I found Knifey, a foul-mouthed knife obsessed with violence.
Hey, you, listen, point me at your raw, fleshy little tummy and jab me right into there. Let's get all those guts torn up.
There would be chests called lub boxes found all over the place, and the only way to open them would be to kill them with Knifey. That's right, the chests were living creatures, murdered for the little bit of cash or collectible item found inside. And there were quite a bit of collectibles to be found. Various cards that would be thrown in a folder, and a lot of random crap that was just thrown in the inventory. with no use whatsoever. Some items were used to upgrade the suit for the Gatlians, but most were just a joke to take up space.
My name's Stan, and I sell vials of alien cum.
The enemies weren't very diverse. I was fighting the same enemies from beginning to end. Every now and then, a tougher version of the same thing would show up, but not very often. There were 3 total difficulties that I could choose from. I went with normal, and there were only a couple of parts that were kind of tough to get through, but for the most part, the redundancy of enemies made it pretty easy to beat. A constant source of entertainment would be the monitors found all over. Inside the house and in cities would be different commercials or literal movies playing in the background. Kind of reminiscent of the interdimensional cable episodes on Rick and Morty, they felt very improvised.
Okay. Okay. Now I can kind of see.
And now it's time to throw High on Life onto a shelf. I loved Rick and Morty, and Solar Opposites was good too. I can see the same humor in this game, but it got old fast. That's why I'm gonna place this on my bottom shelf. There were some hilarious moments in this game. They were just few and far between. It felt like the game focused more on the jokes than anything else, like story and gameplay. And I wasn't a big fan of how often the F word was used. I believe there is a correct way to overuse that word, like Jay and Silent Bob or The Big Lebowski. But they didn't quite get that magic here. It was almost like they used that instead of the word while trying to think of what to say next. Like I said earlier, if you like Rick and Morty, you'll probably like High on Life, but not for $60. I would wait for a hefty sale before making this purchase. All right, now that we're done with that, time to move on to the next one. I will see you there. Bye!